Socrates and Plato were wise to discover you can't tell a book by its cover.
Tell you what we're going to do. Here at the news of the president, the man whom the news wouldn't be the news without the news. Here's Strippy.
Dateline, Detroit. A spokesman for the automotive industry today, answering charges of excessive defects in newly manufactured cars, said, "Look on the bright side. The more time in the repair shop, the less time on those dangerous freeways." 2, 3, 4. In answer to protests against oil leaking into the ocean off California, an oil representative said, "Never mind that. We've got a more important problem. Ocean water is beginning to seep into our oil tank." Dateline, New York. Despite her recent controversial statement on marijuana, famed anthropologist Margaret Mead denied rumors she intends writing a sequel to her best-selling book, Coming of Age in Samoa, called Going to Pot in San Francisco. Folks, there's obviously no truth to this rumor, so don't repeat it. All right, take it away, somebody.
Yeah, this is your old friend Somebody. I don't know how it'll be possible to top the present news, but here's the news of the future, New York City, 1990, 20 years from now. Mr. Philip Kitchell, the first human ever to be medically frozen, was successfully thawed today, cured of the heart ailment which had caused his death. Unfortunately, 5 minutes later, Mr. Kitchell died of frostbite. 1990, 20 years from now, in a fiery speech today, aging Egyptian President Gamal Nasser once again vowed Egypt will recover the Arab lands taken by Israel. And he delivered the hard-hitting speech from his semi-kosher delicatessen in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. AFL-CIO union officials today announced that management has finally given in to their demands for a 4-day work schedule. Those days are March 2nd, June 4th, September 26th, and December 23rd. Hope you got them written down.
And now for the news of the past. Laugh-In takes you skipping back through the pages of history to the first inauguration as we join, are you ready, President George Washington. He is saying...
Well, 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 Mrs. James Madison, how nice to see you.
Oh, and it's such a pleasure and such an honor to meet you, Mr. President. But please, won't you call me by my first name?
Well, of course. Hello, Dolly.
What did you say?
I said hello, Dolly.
Okay, fellas, number 26, hit it.
Okay, sports persons, this is the moment that makes everything else worthwhile. Here he is, the man who put the tiddly in the tiddlywinks, your sport and mine, Big Al. Tiddle away, you big ink.
Hi, Big Al here, sashing down the old diving board. Featurette. Oh, now that's a Class A tinkle. Well, I went to the badminton match this afternoon, and it was awful. 2 men were smashing some poor little thing back and forth with their rackets. Somebody said it was a bird. You should have seen what it looked like after they were through. Oh, all that was left was the skeleton and a few feathers. I went right out and called the Audubon Society. Squish, squash, oh.
This is the month in which a number of saints were officially dropped. This has given rise to several unexpected problems.
Your Holiness, this is the Mayor of Dublin. You've got to do something. The snakes are coming back.
Happy St. Seymour's Day, darling.
Is this the Vatican? Well, this is the St. Joseph's Aspirin Company. Do you know anything that we don't?
Sitting in our audience tonight, a really great guy and former saint.
To you, it's nothing. You're Jewish, but my husband's in the statue business.
You don't have to worry. After all, we've still got Danny Thomas.
Danny boy, don't worry. St. Jude is safe for another year. But he only beat out St. Christopher by a nose. I coined it.